So I'm going to go into a little bit about the financials about this specific load that we're going to be taking down. Man, I am exact. For those of you who say we don't own anything John Deere, there you go. Nice X590 lawnmower. My dad's toy. And for those of you guys who are new to the channel, first off, thank you so much for watching. But my name is Ron Schrader. I am a full-time engineer for John Deere. I work part-time on my family's farm. And yes, my first name, or my last name, is not Hartung, it is Schrader. And on this channel, you will see my dad quite a bit, as well as my two cousins occasionally, Nathan and Curtis. And Pat is the owner of the farm, Nathan and Curtis's dad. So guys, I am going to be hauling grain today in our new truck. Newer truck, 2013 Freightliner Columbia. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've been in here. So Nathan says the AC barely works, so I'm gonna go show you guys right now. We're gonna be hauling about 1,000 bushels. Sold this grain for about $3.75, which is not very good, but it could be worse, I guess. So yeah, let's go ahead and get moving. I already did my pre-trip inspection. This truck is already loaded for me actually, so yeah, let's go ahead and get her moving. So yes, this is our Freightliner 2013 Columbia. We got it as a glider kit, so we actually didn't have to put DEF or anything in this on this truck. For those of you guys who don't know, in 2007, the U.S. government basically said all on-road vehicles that have diesel need to basically have an emission system on them at some sort. That's when. So in 2007, the trucks actually had to have DEF fluid, which DEF stands for diesel exhaust fluid. Basically takes the NOx and the harmful gases out of the truck. So yeah, we're gonna be going and taking this grain to Clinton. I'll kind of explain more when we get there. I'll also be kind of talking to that GoPro while it's running. So I need to go ahead and set this one down. Financials about this specific load that we're going to be taking down. So in this load we're going to have approximately 1,000 bushels. I'll know more once we actually get down there. I'll explain the process a little bit about it, but if I was going to guess, sorry, we're going to make about $3,000 to $4,000 in about 2 hours. That's how long it takes for me to make a round trip to home. So in those 2 hours, I'm going to explain. The truck is already loaded, so we're taking off. Going to drive down to the processing plant, and we'll take it up from there. We're gonna sell our grain, get paid our money, come back, fill up, and repeat the process. Also, can I explain a little bit more about how this truck works? So what you're hearing right now is the engine brake. It just kind of helps slow the truck down. I believe it opens up a couple caps on top of the engine. That's air escape, sometimes called the exhaust brake. I'm just slowing down right now, getting ready to go through a town. I usually shut my engine brake off when I'm going through town. This truck is a 13-speed, for those of you guys who haven't seen my videos before. Now I'll kind of show you guys how this truck shifts. So I'm in third, fourth, fifth. So a semi-manual transmission is different than a car manual transmission, because I believe the semi does not have an auto sync, or I'm not sure the technical term, but a car does have an auto sync. So what that means is I have to match RPM speed in order to get the transmission to go, the gear to fall in. So right there I match my RPM speed. Now I'm shifting. There's first, second, there's third, fourth, and I'm trying to go shift between, I want to downshift at 1700 RPM and upshift at 1200 RPM. So right now there's 1700, I just shifted into 6. Now I'm in the upper range, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I split it up, and then when I'm in 6th, out to Highway 30, right west of Clinton here. Gonna head into Clinton. That's where we're selling our grain at the processing plant here. Who am I? Answer in the comment section down below. Just coming down the hill in beautiful Clinton County, Iowa. I kid. Love you, Dad. Clinton, Iowa. Fix this light right here at your main intersection, kind of by Cousin's Restaurant. You can never get more than 3 semis through this light. It's really annoying. Just saying. Fix it. Nah, I'm just complaining. It's alright. You smell that, guys? Just kidding. You guys can't smell anything. But if you could smell it, you would smell the processed corn. It smells delicious. That's ADM for you. The city of 7 smells, as my dad always calls it. It definitely smells interesting, that's for sure. But we really appreciate it because that's where we sell a lot of our grain to. And I know Purina's got a plant here as well. And they make like dog food and bacon strips. Oh, crossing, I do not miss you. Man, that railroad crossing sucks. Man, I love automatic tarps. Anybody else with me? To my non-farmers out there, you have basically 2 different tarp options. One where you have to manually go back there and spin it in the rain and stuff like that. It kind of sucks. Or you have an automatic one, which is like what we have, and the truck up in front of us, which I'll kind of show you different, where it's basically just got an electric motor on the front side, and it's got 2 arms in the front and back of the trailer on torsion springs, which always try and hold the tarp closed. Yeah, so it kind of always holds pressure this way. Like you can kind of see, and then the electric motor spins, it's always holding the tarp closed or this way, and that way it always gets a nice tight roll. But this way you can open your tarp when you're still moving. It's very, very nice. There you go. Like that guy just had to do. It's usually not that big of a deal, but it's really nice to have an automatic tarp. So I was getting worried that they didn't call my number yet. Because basically what they got to do is, in order to figure out whose grain is what, because they take the sample here, but they actually get the grain down there, like your weight and stuff. So give me 1 second. So what this thing is, it is the probe. And what this probe does is it basically just takes a sample of my truck, just to kind of get a sample so they can grade it and make sure the test weight, which they determine how, they use that and the weight to determine how much to pay us. Like I said, I'll explain this a little later, but just so you guys know, they use the sample, the probe, to get a sample of the truck. That's the biggest thing here. They'll get the test weight, moisture, damage, FM from this station. So ADM changed their process since the last time I was here. You used to be able to get a ticket through the vacuum system, but not anymore. Oh, I don't like the looks of this. There's a couple trucks stacked up. Basically, like I said, they gave you a ticket and that's what you actually give to the scale guys. Well, now you don't. So that was interesting. A very nice gentleman behind me was the one that actually kind of told me that. I was just standing there like an idiot. Whoops. Yeah, thank you, very kind gentleman. But anyway, so what that probe does is it basically uses 2 probe stacks, come in there, vacuum up a sample of the cross section of the truck, and they take that and they grade it through USDA standards to get a moisture and test weight. Moisture is the how much water content is actually in the grain. And the reason that is important is because the higher the moisture, the more water weight, the less starch in the actual meat and potatoes of the corn. If that makes any sense. So basically, and so the higher the moisture as well, it doesn't store very well. So for farmers, we want to deliver it between 14.5 and 15 because that's where we don't get docked. But we want as high a moisture as possible because that basically means that we're getting as much bang for our buck. So if we delivered a load of 12% grain, that's better for the processors because that's basically less water that they have to take out in the process. Looks like these guys are having a little trouble. And then test weight is basically how much, it's like a standard process across the industry, how much grain is in a 500, or is in a volumetric sample. So in a certain volume, how much actual grain is there. So yeah, they determine all that along with the percentage of damage, percentage of foreign material, which is kind of like your chips and cracks and stuff like that, and they'll dock you if you're over a certain percentage of that. So that's what they do at the probe stack, and then they at this place they relay it to the scale house up here. So next I'll come in, weigh my entire truck, my person included. We'll get a total weight, we'll dump my grain, and then we'll get a total weight again, and there they can isolate how much grain we just dropped off. So let's just say that's 50,000 pounds, and my test weight is 50 pounds per bushel. So they'll use that 50,000 pounds, divide that by 50 bushels per pound, excuse me. So you basically, if you guys remember from your high school days, if you got a unit above in the numerator and the denominator, they cancel out. So if I have 50,000 pounds and then 50 pounds or bushels per pound, the pounds cross out and they leave me with just bushel. And then I have 1,000 bushels of grain. So yeah, so we'll see exactly how we end up once I get this loaded. But does that kind of make sense? Do you guys have any questions on that? Did I do a good job of explaining it? Please let me know down in the comments down below. And if you guys don't mind, if you made it this far, that like button means a lot and helps support my channel, helps my channel grow and get better with the YouTube algorithm. 80,000 pounds. Woo! Man, I am exact. And we'll dump. Just got perforated screens that just dump through the floor. We'll go ahead and do that right now. So I just dumped my grain. Now I'll weigh out. We got a scale on the inbound and outbound. Now I'll weigh out and call her good. All right, I'm just leaving. I'll catch you guys back up when I get to Preston. But now let's watch that time lapse. Definitely tell when there's a different variety of corn this time of year, especially when it's tasseling, because if you look here, this field to the left, the outside rows have a different number than the inside rows, because the inside rows are tasseling, the outside are not. Neat. Alrighty, I just passed Nathan on the way up. You guys probably saw that in the time lapse. I'm gonna start loading here at this site. You can kind of actually see this is a new auger tube. Same auger flighting that we had for last year where we were leaking grain. Card to that video right here. But yeah, new auger tube, no leaks, kind of nice. A little off colored, but meh. So let's get ready to load this thing. Pat's actually gonna pull in here with the sprayer water trailer. He's actually gonna pull in here to fill up with water. Whew, it is hot out there. But as you can see, no leaking grain on the auger. That is good. Already, I'm all loaded up. 8 a.m. is gonna be closed by the time I would make it down there, so I'm not gonna head down there. I'm just gonna head over and park. So let's head over there. So here's my scale ticket. I'm covering up my weights because you guys know I'm always legal. There's no need to show you guys that. But basically we had 1,027.5 bushels of grain. You see my time in, time out. Test weight of 55.9, moisture of 14.2, no damage, no hemoglobin, no foreign material, or 2.94 material, no DR, no vomotoxin, no something, whatever else. The only thing I had in there was 4 material, which anything under 3 is good enough in our book. So yeah, we were happy. And with 1,027.5 bushel times 3.5, let me do some quick math for you guys on my cellular device. $3,597.25, $96.25. So we made that in about 2 hours. Not too bad. Now realistically, guys, this is a culmination of our entire year's work. We just get paid throughout the summer and spring months, and that's the only time we get paid is when we sell our grain, because we grow all year. We put inputs like seed, like chemical, like fertilizer, like fuel, like equipment wear and tear, like labor, just to put all our crop in and hope that we get a good crop, that the Lord blesses us with that. So yes, I got paid $3,696 or whatever it was in about 2 hours, but realistically, guys, it took a whole year-long worth of work to make it, to get us this far. So I appreciate you guys coming on. Drop any questions you guys have down below. Let's go ahead and see what else we got going on today and probably close out this video. Get in there nice and deep flat. Power washing the cattle trailer, getting ready for fair. Alrighty, guys, huge shout out to Brian Payne. You know who you are. Appreciate you helping me get this radio out of here. Very, very helpful. Because I am working on right now installing the broadband package for our Case tractor, so basically I can stick an antenna up there instead of having the stock antenna for these Midlands. Alrighty, after failing, I got the radio out. I found out where the actual antenna is, but I don't know. It says to drill a hole through the headliner, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm asking my friend that works at Case. Thanks, Brian. And he's going to get back to me on this, but I think what I could do is I could drill a hole through the headliner, then get a foot splice. Basically, it'd only go to about right here. Then just get a foot splicer and just get like a foot extension to come down to here. So, I'm thoroughly slutty. Let's get out of this hot cab. Alrighty, ladies, gents, and germs. I got the Midland Radio MXT 115 Micro Mobile installed into the 190 Maxim, and I'm just about done with the installation of the FR 9060 as well. The beauty about these micro mobiles is once they're initially installed, the initial install takes anywhere from a half hour to an hour and a half, depending on your situation, how clean you want to do it, etc. I like doing stuff clean, so I take my time on it. So after the initial installation, you can remove a radio in about 22 seconds. I just proved that on my Instagram account. You guys should check that out. If you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, you guys should. And once you reinstall it, like I said, it takes about another 22 seconds. So like I said, once the initial installation is done, these micro mobiles are absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend them. If you guys are interested, you can get a discount on these things below by using the coupon code Hartung Family Farms. You guys should really check these out. We absolutely love them. We run a lot of different pieces of equipment that require a lot of manpower at times, whether that be planting, harvesting, chopping, etc. So it's really handy to have communication because it saves about 20 cell phone calls a day, I feel. And it's instant communication. You don't have to wait 15 seconds to hope someone will pick up. So highly recommend them. Link will be down in the description, guys. Here's what I ended up doing on the 190, by the way. Got my power cord right here. My mount is just Velcro down to right here. My antenna goes out the bottom, up this little railing. It sits right up on top here. So pretty easy install this one was. Just taking forever, and it's hot. So here's what I'm doing with this one in the chopper. Got the radio up here. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this power cord. We used to have a CB, so we have a power line sitting right here. So I don't know if I want to tap into it, make a little adapter harness like this. I'm not sure. So more to come on that. But yeah, so like I said, radio, microphone, power, and then the antenna is going to be up here, up there. We'll run in through the door. So I just got to run this thing straight up. There we go. Like I said, pretty easy. Just really freaking hot. Alrighty, here's my antenna. Here's my routing. See how well it works, guys. So I'm gonna close her up shop here in a little bit, just because I am like beyond hot. So let's get her closed up. Alrighty, I'm gonna close up shop for the night and call her a day. So guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. It was a interesting video. I didn't think I'd be hauling corn today, but hope you enjoyed the little snapshot about kind of the business end of thing besides hauling corn, and just, you know, a little bit what else I did today in this nice hot weather. So it's 5:10 right now, Saturday night, time to go hang out with the wifey. So hope you guys, ooh, and rain's coming. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did, be sure to smash that like button. If you guys made it this far, I would appreciate it. Be sure to comment if you guys have any questions, and subscribe already. Subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family Farms. And of course, guys, as always, ta-ta for now.